So we finally have some good weather to be able to install this NV5600 rebuilt by Long Range Gear. And I also borrowed a cherry picker from one of my buddies so I can actually get this transmission out of the bed of this truck because it is like 600 pounds and I cannot do it myself. But there's one thing that I didn't do in the last video that I said I was gonna do, and it was the rear main seal. So let's go ahead and do that first. All right, y'all, so here's the deal. I got the, I don't know if you call it retainer plate for the rear main seal. And as you can see, part of the oil pan gasket is stuck to this thing. So it is broken off of the oil pan. And I don't want to risk it just putting RTV in place of this. Actually, this part that's missing off of this plate is actually still in the oil pan, but it's gonna have cracks. I don't want to risk it by putting RTV on this and risking it leak and have to redo pretty much everything, and I just don't want to risk it after putting everything all back together and the oil pan start leaking. So I might as well go ahead and replace the oil pan gasket as well. And then that way we never really have to worry about the oil pan gasket leaking ever again.
So I had the new rear main seal installed into the cover plate for the rear main seal. I have the oil pan and the oil suction tube all cleaned up as well. I actually cleaned the starter up a little bit, and I also have the adapter plate for the bell housing to the engine all cleaned up. But first, let's go ahead and do the rear main seal. With the new rear main seal and new gasket installed, let's go ahead and grab the oil pan and install the new oil pan gasket.
Let me tell you what, y'all, this oil pan, not fun to get in. The oil pan itself isn't bad, but it's the oil pickup that's a pain because you got to get this transmission pan as low as you can get it so you have room in between the oil pan and the block to be able to tighten the oil fill. And it's just a pain without a cherry picker or having the freaking motor out of the dang truck. But I have to tighten these last two bolts because they're next to the cross member with a wrench. But I'm gonna let the silicone, I put silicone on the oil pan side of the gasket, let that set up for an hour, and then I'll go ahead and torque it all down. That should be it for the oil pan. Hopefully it doesn't leak.
So then I grabbed the adapter plate and I torqued it down to 57 foot-pounds in the pattern shown on screen.
All right, so now that we have the new oil pan gasket in, we have a new rear main seal. Everything is torqued down. I have the adapter plate on, the starter back in, the exhaust hooked back up because I had to unhook the exhaust to be able to lift the engine up to do the oil pan. The next thing we have to do is put in the brand new dual disc clutch. So I went ahead and got a Quiet Organic dual disc clutch, and I actually picked this thing up on Long Range Gear. So I'll leave that link down below if you guys want to go ahead and pick yourself up a clutch for your NV4500, NV5600, G56. And yeah, so this is going to be pretty straightforward. This is pretty much the same clutch that I have on my other truck. So let's get to it. So here we have the pressure plate off. We have one clutch, then we have the center plate, and then underneath that we have another clutch, and then we have the flywheel. I'm gonna get a couple of them started, like these two, and then I'll start Loctiting all these, and then I'll take these two out and Loctite those also, and then I'll torque all of them down. But always remember where your red mark is, because everything that we took off the clutch to get to the flywheel is going to line up with the red marking. So wherever the red marking is, just make sure everything that you put back on is lined up with that same marking. So of course yesterday when I went to go ahead and torque down the flywheel bolts, my damn torque wrench broke. It won't even torque nothing down. It just keeps tightening and won't click. So this thing is trash. Now you might be saying, Dippin', why didn't you just send it home with a couple ugga-duggas? Well, I'm not gonna lie, that's what I actually did, but I wanna go ahead and make sure everything is torqued down properly. So this morning, I went and got a brand new torque wrench. So now we can get back working on the clutch. So as I expected, with the impact, it got them all to, I think what I read online was 101 foot-pounds. They're probably more than 101, honestly, with the impact. But at least I know that they're all at least 101, if not more. But let's go ahead and get the first clutch on, the center plate, and then the second clutch on, and then we can get the pressure plate on. And that's where this plate's gonna fit. You want to red lock tight the 8 bolts that you got to put in and torque them down to 24 foot-pounds. Hey, I was calling about a torque spec on the NV5600 quiet dual disc clutch. I didn't see it in the directions, but if you know what the oh, because I did that and it came up with the same piece of, like, the same picture that I have the instructions for. That came in the box. It's the 6 12-point bolts on the pressure plate, and then the 2 stud nuts on the pressure plate.
The pressure plates are going to be 44 foot-pounds.
Okay, and that's for all 8 of them?
Yeah, and you've got the quiet version?
Yes. I'm pretty sure it's organic too.
The floater plate bolts are going to be between 18 to 24 foot-pounds.
Okay, yeah, the 24 it said on the instructions, so that's what I did, but it didn't say anything for the pressure plate bolts. But if it's 44, I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
All right, I appreciate your help.
You bet.
All right, see ya. Bye. Yeah, so the instructions didn't say for the pressure plate, but we'll go ahead and do 44 foot-pounds. So the 6 bolts I was talking about are the 6 12-point bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there's 2 studs. 1, 2. So we'll go ahead and torque these down to 44 foot-pounds. All right, y'all, we are done with the dual disc clutch. Everything is torqued down to what it needs to be precisely. As we have the alignment tool still in, I'm just gonna leave that in until I go ahead and get ready to put the transmission in, but everything is torqued down. Center plate bolts are torqued down. The flywheel bolts are torqued down. Everything has Loctite on it, and we should be good to go with this clutch. All the red marks match up together. And that is it for the clutch install. All right, y'all, well, we are one step closer to putting this transmission in. Pretty much the last step is to put the transmission in, but that's gonna do it for today's video. Definitely stay tuned for the next couple days when we install the transmission and drive this truck for the very first time after the transmission rebuild. So big shout out to Long Range Gear for rebuilding the transmission for me and also getting me the dual disc organic clutch for this truck. It's gonna drive absolutely amazing. I'll go ahead and link them down below. Definitely check them out if you guys need any type of manual transmission work, or if you just want to get parts for a manual transmission, they have it on their website. So definitely go check them out. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you in the video where I drive this truck for the first time after all of this work. Stay tuned. See ya. Dippin' Diesel out.